Men and women alike would want to get rid of their belly fat because who wouldn't, right? Besides the obvious fact that it's unsightly, losing belly fat is a good way to boost your overall health. Research says that larger waist sizes are a greater risk of having diabetes, heart disease, and some cancers. That said, abdominal fat is one of the most difficult body fats to get rid of. Hundreds of crunches sure won't give you the washboard stomach that you've dreamed of. The good news is that it can be achieved with dedication, hard work, and more importantly, the right balance of a good diet and workout. Have you ever tried or heard of Russian twists? What about thrusters or tuck jumps? These are just a few of the many exercises you can do at home to melt your belly fat. Just keep going to know more. Enjoying the video so far? Show some support and hit that like button. The dangers of belly fat. Before we get right into the exercises, you must know that not all belly fat is the same. In truth, there are two kinds of belly fat, namely subcutaneous fat and visceral fat. Subcutaneous fat. This refers to the soft layer of chub that lies directly under the skin. Feel those wobbly bits? Those are subcutaneous fats and are generally harmless. Visceral fat. This kind, however, is the dangerous one. It's the fat that is invisible to the eyes and forms around the organs. It's also been shown to increase the risk of diabetes, heart disease, and cancer. Belly fat is metabolically active and is infamous for pumping out different inflammatory compounds that disrupt hormones that control mood, appetite, and brain function. Additionally, it can affect the cortisol level in the body, potentially spiking up your stress levels to great amounts. On the bright side, you can effectively get rid of belly fat, and one way to approach that is through exercise. For the remaining time, let's talk about the best home exercises for fighting off belly fat. 12 best home exercises for belly fat. Number 1. Scissor legs. For starters, use an exercise mat that is thick and firm. To get into position, lie on your back with your legs extended out in front of you. Keep your arms by your sides and palms down. Alternatively, you may place your hands flat under your buttocks below the small of your back. During the whole movement, make sure to press your lower back into the mat and tuck your pelvis. Now, lift both legs off the ground about 6 to 12 inches or about a 45-degree angle. Maintaining a tight core and relaxed neck, lower one leg toward the floor as you lift the other leg. Continue the scissor-like motion by slowly switching your legs up and down. Number 2. Burpees. First, stand straight with your feet shoulder-width apart. Next, get into a frog position by bending your knees until your palms rest on the floor about shoulder-width apart. Now, jump and push both your legs back and get into a plank or push-up position. Hop and get back to the frog position. Jump vertically and extend your hands above your head. Land softly on the floor. Get into the frog position again, then go back to a plank. Number 3. Jackknife crunch. To start, lie on your back on an exercise mat. Have your arms extended straight behind your head and your legs fully extended as well. Now, bend your knees and through your abs, exhale and draw your knees in towards your chest while keeping your feet together. Simultaneously, bring your arms in towards your feet, slowly lifting your head, upper back, and shoulder blades off the mat. Reverse the move to return to the starting position and repeat. Number 4. Squat jump. First, stand with your feet just outside shoulder width apart and toes turned slightly out. Squat down, putting your weight in your heels, chest proud, knees tracking over toes, and a neutral spine. Once you reach the bottom of the squat, squeeze your butt tight and drive hard through your legs and heels as you go straight up with your pelvis forward. Push off your toes at the last moment of contact with the floor. Land softly, then use the momentum from landing to proceed right into your next squat. That's one rep. Have you performed mountain climbers? They might seem like they belong for leg day, but these movements actually target your core and shoulders. Here's how to do them. Number 5. Mountain climber. Start by assuming a high plank, keeping your back straight and your head in line with your spine. Keep your hand directly beneath your shoulders, your arms fully extended, and your fingers facing forward, slightly spread apart. From there, you'll be working your upper and lower abs. Now, bring your knees towards your chest one at a time while trying not to rock your torso from side to side. Breathe through it. Number 6. Tuck jump. To start, stand with your feet slightly less than shoulder width apart. From there, drop down a little into a quarter squat, then explode into the air. Maintain a straight back throughout and tuck your knees up towards your chest as much as possible before landing as softly as you can. Avoid landing with locked knees and make sure to keep an upright neutral spine as you land. Number 7. Russian twist. First, sit on the floor and press your sit bones into it. Next, lift your feet up so they are hovering off the floor, and lean back slightly like you're forming a V shape with your torso and legs. Engage your core and maintain a straight back. Now reach your arms out in front of you, interlacing your fingers. Using your abdominal muscles, twist your torso to the right, back to the center, and then repeat on the left side. That's 1 rep. Number 8. Skaters. Start in an athletic stance with your feet shoulder-width apart and a slight flex in your knees. Now raise your left leg off the floor by placing your weight on the right foot. Push your right foot so that you're laterally bound to the left. Softly land on your left leg and mimic the action of a speed skater by moving your right arm in front of the body and the right leg behind you. Hold for a second and jump by taking the left leg off the ground when you land. Another belly fat blasting exercise, albeit a little underrated, is the thruster. Not familiar with it? Find out next how to perform this exercise. Number 9. Thrusters. You'll need to use a pair of kettlebells or dumbbells for this one. To start, hold the weights by their handles in a way that the weight is resting on the back of your shoulder. Slightly bend your knees and squat down, keeping your legs in line with your shoulders. Now drive through your legs and straighten them, extending your arms as you do so to raise the weights above your head. Squat down and repeat. Number 10. Jumping jack. To start, stand with your feet hip distance apart and your arms at your sides. Now, simultaneously raise your arms out to the sides and over your head and jump your feet out, so they're slightly more than shoulder width apart. Without taking a moment, quickly reverse the movement. That's 1 rep. Number 11. Jumping lunge. Start with your feet shoulder width apart, core engaged, and shoulders back. Using your left leg, take a step back, putting the weight on the ball of your back foot and your front foot flat on the floor. Jump up, then switch your legs mid-air, left leg forward and right leg back. Utilize your arms to help you jump explosively and make sure your chest is lifted. Land with both knees at a 90-degree angle. Keep switching your legs without your knees moving out of line, making sure your front knee isn't further forward than your front foot. Number 12. High knees. First off, stand tall with your feet about hip to shoulder width apart and your arms at your sides. Looking straight ahead, open your chest and engage your core muscles. Start by bringing your right knee toward your chest, slightly above waist level. At the same time, move your left hand up in a pumping motion. Quickly lower your right leg and left hand, then repeat with your left leg and right hand. Alternate your right and left leg for the desired time. Belly fat isn't just unappealing to look at, but is also a health peril. Aside from those home exercises, consider tweaking your morning routine to include these things that will help burn that stubborn belly fat. Click here to learn more.